the other woman na characters ay judged at madalas kinaiinisan ng audience. Anong meron sa characters ninyo na sa tingin nyo na positive at pwede pa rin mahalin ng mga manonood? Let's start with Tours.
Well, sa totoo lang, mahirap talaga mahalin ng mga manloloko, di ba? But I don't know how it can be done. But for me, I think it's an opportunity for forgiveness, which is very important, because if you're just going to hate the person, ikaw lang lulugi dyan eh. Because it's gonna affect you more than it affects the other person. And I think that people will be able to see, or hopefully they can understand kung bakit dinaloko ng why are they doing these things.
Right.
So it's always stemming from somewhere, and I hope that people can understand that, and at the same time learn from the mistakes of what the person is doing.
Good answer, Tours. Barbie, ikaw naman.
Yeah, for me, MJ, I agree with Tours. Wala talagang kamahal-mahal sa mga taong manloloko. But sa character ko naman kay Kira, dahil siya nga yung other girl and niloko niya pa rin yung wife ni Tours doon sa series na yon. For me, ang konting-konting kamahal-mahal sa character ni Kira is that bumawi naman siya sa huli. Mm-hmm. And alam mo yun, MJ, pag mahal mo yung tao, I mean, I'm not saying na tama yung ginagawa ng mga taong nanloloko or ng mga other girls. Mali talaga yon. But yung ibang tao kasi talaga, pag mahal nila yung tao, this is for everything hindi lang sa pag-cheat or anything. Pag mahal mo talaga yung tao, bulag ka talaga eh. Mm-hmm. Diba? Mm-hmm. So parang mali, but also imagine the pain na pinagdadaanan ng tao na yun. Pero yun nga, mali pa rin. At the end of the day, dapat babawi ka talaga. Itatama mo yung mali mo.
Mm-hmm. Nakikinig ako sa sa sagot mo, Barbie, na parang na-realize ko din na parang merong dahilan siguro kung bakit nag-cross yung paths ng characters ninyo. Mm-hmm. You know, it may not lead to the relationship that you want, or it may lead to the relationship that you want, but there's a reason behind it. And yun yung kailangan nating intindihin. Wow, parang nag-a-analyze tayo ng love, dito, no? Ng mga love situations.
Psychology eh.
Grabe, hindi, sarap niyong pakinggan. Kasi iba din yung, kahapon kasi naririnig ko si Rico Blanco answering some of the on and off screen relationship nila ni Marius. Sa inyo naman, coming from millennials, yung inyong yung inyong perception sa love and relationships. Ang sarap ding pakinggan. Okay, thank you, Kate, sa iyong question. Let's move on now.
Thank you, Kate.
Alan Sancon ng Stars. Barbie, ang question ni Alan sa iyo, ito medyo maganda to. Sa mga relationship na pinagdaanan mo, paano mo nasasabi na goodbye girl ka na sa kanila? And kadalasan ba, ikaw ang nag-goodbye or sila ang nag-goodbye sa'yo? Ano ang mas masakit? Ang mag-goodbye or ikaw ang sabihan ng goodbye? So it's a 3-part question. So let's start first. Sa mga relationship na pinagdaanan mo, paano mo nasasabi na goodbye girl ka na sa kanila?
I think I've said this before a lot of times already. As in, kasi ako, MJ, hindi talaga ako yung mabilis mag-give up na girlfriend, parang ganun. But if I feel like the other person is not growing with me, that's the time I say goodbye na talaga. Kasi para saan pa ako magsistay if parang wala na akong naaambag sa growth mo. So, yun for me. If wala na akong naitutulong sa'yo.
Parang wala nang worth, no?
Wala. Yeah.
Okay. So, the second part question is, ano ang kadalasan ba ikaw ang nag-goodbye or sila ang nag-goodbye sa'yo?
Well, based on experience pala. Personalan, kaya Alan. Experience. Ako yung nag-goodbye. Okay. Pero, I don't yung well, some hindi. Pero nung nag-grow na talaga ako, parang maganda pala talaga yung nag-goodbye ka ng maayos. Kahit gaano pa kasakit, kailangan, kasi pumasok ka sa relasyon, pinaalam mo eh. So, alis ka, paalam mo rin. 'Di ba?
Right, right. Pumasok ka ng tao, lumabas ka ng
Oo.
tao.
Yes.
Diba? Wow, gigil na gigil.
Oy,
May
ikaw.
hugot. May hugot
Yes.
ba? Barbie, yung last part ng question ni Alan is, ano ang mas masakit? Ikaw ang mag-goodbye o sabihan ng goodbye?
I think for me, depende sa sitwasyon. Kasi may mga umaalis din na ginagawa nila yung tama, may mga umaalis na napagod, may mga umaalis na niloko. So for me, siguro doon na lang sa hindi mas masakit na pag-alis, yung pag umalis ka kasi mahal mo na yung sarili mo.
Oo. Uy, alam mo, habang sumasagot ka, sorry kasi not all the time I get to interview Barbie, no? Kasi lalo na ngayong pandemic, medyo yung mga projects natin, not so many. Pero tutuwa ako, Barbie, kasi parang naambunan kayong lahat ni Angelica ng Real Talk. Si Maris, si Loisa, ikaw. Parang ngayon, paano kayo sumagot? Parang very Angelica Panganiban. Alam mo yun, yung...
Oo yan. Ako talaga si Angge talaga. Every time na lahat ng decision ko sa buhay, itetext ko talaga siya. Tapos minsan sinasabi, oo, kahit sa skincare, sa ganito, sa ganyan, itetext ko siya. Feeling ko, naambunan na nga ako. Paambun ni Miss Angelica Panganiban.
Oo, grabe yung sagot mo. Parang I'm seeing a slice of Angelica na parang
Ako sa kanya.
Again?
Workshop kay Ate Angge.
Nag-workshop ka sa kanya. Okay. Tours, ang question naman ni Alan para sa'yo is, kamusta ka trabaho si Barbie sa series na to? I think you answered that already, no?
Yes.
And ano daw yung memorable moments, if there's any, except for those sa sinabi mo kanina na you were watching her doing a breakdown scene with somebody else?
I think one of our most memorable, for me, a moment that really stood out was, as you mentioned earlier, very hardworking talaga si Barbie. At actually, when I first saw her na nasa hotel na kami, she was actually doing another media con habang binabasa niya yung script for The Goodbye Girl. And that's where I really saw na she's very invested sa craft niya. But aside from that, yung mga on-cam work, siguro yung eksena namin, yung pinakita nila sa trailer was our yung bed scene, parang nasa labas kami. And I remember Barbie said to me just to relax because I was very nervous kasi first time ko mag-bed scene or anything like that. So yeah, it was very nice working with her.
Nice. Ang sarap na magkaroon ng ng katandem sa eksena na who trusts you, who supports you. Diba? Okay. Thank you, Alan, sa iyong interesting question.
Thank you.
We move now to the question of Josephine Bonsol of www.jobonsol.net. Barbie, your question is, when was your hardest goodbye?
When?
Kailan ba? Mayroon ba?
As in yung date. Joke lang.
Wow!
Ay, grabe naman yung date.
Hard. When was my hardest goodbye? Hindi pa pwedeng sitwasyon na lang. Wag naman yung when.
Yeah.
Grabe na.
Yeah. I think situation yung hinihingi ni Mommy Jo.
Okay. So, for me, one of the hardest goodbyes is the one you don't see coming. Yung parang, for me siguro, isa din yung parang hindi mo parang hindi mo na-anticipate na yun na yung last time na makikita mo yung taong yun. Yun, for me, yun ang pinaka mahirap na goodbye. Na parang bigla na lang, paano nangyari yun? Yung parang ganun. Yun for me ang mahirap. Yung hindi mo alam.
Kasi hindi ka ready, no?
Kasi hindi ka ready. But, ganun talaga. Life. Walang nasabi.
No. Sometimes hindi mo kailangan magsalita, magsabi. The quiet moments are minsan yun ang parang medyo strong, no? Pero tama ka. Parang yung bigla ka na lang sinagasaan ng school bus, hindi mo alam na yun na pala yun.
Durog, wala na.
Wala na. Grabe. Okay. Tours, ang question ni Mommy Ju naman sa iyo is, Uh, when is it difficult to say goodbye for you? I think it's similar to
Mhm.
Barbie's question.
I think kahit with any relationship, the first time you say goodbye, because that's something new that gusto mo na maghiwalay. For me, it's getting over that fear of wanting to end it, but at the same time, it's hard, but it's something you have to do. Katulad ng sinabi ni Barbie kanina, if you don't feel that either of you are growing anymore in the relationship, it's definitely one of the saddest moments when you have to say goodbye to someone. But at the same time, you have to look at the bigger picture. And for me,
Yeah.
I've had past relationships where mahirap talaga mag-goodbye. But as time went on, as I was given time to heal, di mo na sila iniisip yung mga tao na yun. And I think that's even the sadder part is that minahal mo yung tao na yun and you've gotten to the point in the future, you're already here where di mo na sila maalala. But it's for the good,
So,
di ba?
Right,
and
right.
ganun naman palagi yung nangyayari kasi like, papasok ka ng relasyon, tapos ang saya-saya, tapos malungkot, tapos masaya, and then heartbreak, maghihiwalay kayo, tapos masakit ulit kasi mag-move on ka. Pero as you go on with life, nakakalimutan mo yung feeling nawawala
Mhm.
Tapos agree with Tours, di naman siguro nakakalimutan yung pero
No, but like, yeah,
nawawala yung
yes.
life experience lang talaga siya. Kailangan mo lang din talaga matuto.
You have to trust the process.
Yes.
Diba? It makes you a better person right after. Diba?
Yeah.
Actually, choice mo rin yun if it will make you a better person or the worst person. I mean, diba, if you don't
So mindset
learn,
yun.
yeah, I think it's a mindset. I think it's a mindset and it's an emotional preparation then. But great answers, Barbie and Flor. Natutuwa ako. Parang mukhang matindi na experience nyo pagdating sa love, ha? Baka next time sa inyo na kami humingi ng advice, ha?
DM us.
DM. Okay. Thank you, Mommy Jo, sa questions mo. Let's move on now to Chan Torres. Barbie, ang question ni Chan, ano ang mas masakit na goodbye para sa'yo? Yung sinasabi ng harapan o yung umalis ng walang paalam? Because both are hard. Both are hard. I mean, yung harapang sinabi sa'yo na goodbye o yung bigla na lang.
Ang bigat. Kay Tour, sobrang chill lang.
Girl, ikaw yung
ikaw
bida.
kasi si the other girl So, syempre.
Syempre, masakit pareho. Pero, for me, mas pipiliin ko na magpaalam sa akin ng harap-harapan. Kasi parang kung bigla na lang nawala nang walang paalam, parang nasa naman yung pinagsamahan natin doon. Parang, syempre naman, nagkaroon ka naman ng care sa akin, nagkaroon ka naman ng love for me. So parang, nasan ako? Parang, bakit mo ako iiwan sa ere? But, kung personal na experience, I also have to understand na iba-iba yung coping mechanism ng mga tao. So like if for me, ito yung gusto ko, harap-harapan, baka dun sa isang tao, hindi yun yung coping mechanism nila. So I have to respect that. Right. Diba? So, if wala naman na, like if tapos na, hindi na ako mag-focus dun sa bakit ganun siya umalis, bakit ganito niya ako iniwan. Mag-focus na lang ako sa ganito ako magiging okay. Ganito ko aayusin yung sarili ko. So, right. Yun.
I agree, Barbie, kasi iba-iba din yung tapang level natin eh. I mean,
iba-iba.
It takes a lot of courage to swallow a pill and right in front of your eyes, sabihin talaga na goodbye na. Ang sakit nun.
Yeah, totoo.
Dapat ka doon, malakas talaga ang loob mo. Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna just break down and cry. Baka hindi mo kayanin. Diba?
Yes.
Ganda ng sagot ng ni Barbie and ni Tour so far, and we're just halfway through itong question. So parang warming up pa lang tayo, Barbie.
Oo,
Yes, of
halftime pa
course,
lang tayo.
halftime. Okay. Okay. Next set of questions natin mula kay Albert Brian ng Chicanes. Barbie, ang question ni Albert Brian sa'yo is, from your point of view, will you ever empathize with the other woman or the other man? Why or why not?
Empathize. I think for me, depende sa sitwasyon, to be
Okay.
honest. Kasi maraming other women na hindi nila alam na other women sila. So, kawawa sila, di ba? But if alam nila na other woman sila, tapos pinapasok pa rin nila yung gulo na yun, na alam na nila na may legal na girlfriend or wife, hindi talaga.
Okay.
Parang, hindi talaga. Ayoko.
Right. Kasi konsensya mo rin yun eh. I mean,
Konsensya,
and
yeah.
kind of reflects what kind of values you have.
Yes.
I mean, the golden rule. Baka mamaya, paano pag ikaw na yung nasa sitwasyon na yun?
At babalik. Ako naniniwala kasi ako sa karma na kung ano yung pinaparamdam mo sa isang tao, babalik. Ipaparamdam yan sa'yo balang araw.
Nice. I agree. I have the same principle
Yes.
in my life. What you get what you give.
Yes.
Diba? You get what you give. Okay. Tours, ang question naman sa'yo ni Albert Brian is, how do you feel that it's taking quite a while for you to be given a big break in show business? Kasi medyo siguro nagsisimula, siguro ang context nito, Tours, is, ang gusto sabihin ni Albert Brian is, nung hindi pa sarado yung ABS, pag nakitaan ka ng potential, invest agad talagang projects after projects.